Fable 5 is coming back tomorrow, but there's reports that the model could be coming back with more tracking features and regulations that users might not be aware of. As well, Sonnet 5 just got launched today and it does not look so great, so let's get into it. It looks like tomorrow is going to be the day where Anthropic restores Fable 5 for everyone. Yes, you heard that correctly. The Department of Commerce has lifted export controls on Claude Fable 5 and Mythos 5, and the official Anthropic account just announced that they're going to be restoring access for this model tomorrow and will share an update soon. Now that last part is important. Yes, we do know that Fable 5 and Mythos 5, these type of models are coming back tomorrow, and we actually have access to the official letter. I actually posted this on my account as well, where basically the department is saying that Anthropic is working with the US government now and has agreed to proactively detect and address security risks associated with the models, to work diligently with the US government on protocols and standards and releases for Mythos, Fable, and future models, and to inform the US government of any malicious activity. Now, what does that mean exactly, and what does that mean for future models? I don't know if we will ever get access to those details unless somebody leaks them, but this could mean that the models now have stronger safety regulations, they have more filters, might have actually monitoring features installed into the new models. Basically, the models are coming out, but we don't know on the back end if these are the same models that we were working with a couple of months ago. Obviously, whenever you launch something new, especially new technology, there is going to be a government regulation factor, but is this government regulation going to hinder the performance of these models, hinder the experience of using these models, and kind of prevent users from actually feel comfortable to use AI technology? Now, AI technology is quite different from something simple like social media. AI technology connects to people on a personal level. People ask questions about their personal life, people ask questions about their personal situations. Now, that type of information is going to be monitored, which is not something crazy to say nowadays. I think nowadays that's kind of pretty much given, especially with new technology. And now we know that's going to happen with the AI space, and especially with Anthropic's model. And this is probably already happening with OpenAI's new models, GPT 5.6 Soul. That model obviously is still in preview. Once that model gets the green light like Fable 5 did and Mythos 5 did, we're probably going to see a similar sort of announcement on the back end coming from OpenAI as well. But what this tells us is that now we are entering a space where the closed source labs, OpenAI, Anthropic, and probably even Gemini, are working closely with the US government, and their new models are going to be much more regulated compared to before. Obviously, that means that if you are concerned, which I think most users in the North American space might not be super concerned with this, but I feel like some people might not feel comfortable sharing their information, feeling like they are constantly being monitored by the US government. And if that's going to be the case, that opens up an alternative for them to start using open source models. And nowadays, open source models are quite competitive. We saw that with DeepSeek last year, even earlier this year. Now we are seeing with GLM, Kimi, even Minimax, all of these open source labs have quite competitive models. Obviously, they are from China, and there are still some concern that maybe they are collecting information and sharing that information with the Chinese government, but there is an alternative to run them locally on your local devices. So that is a possibility. But for most people who are concerned about their safety, who are concerned about regulation, who are concerned about their data being monitored, this is something they might want to keep in mind when the model comes back. Yes, we're getting the models, but these features are being baked into the model on the back end. And the extent of how deep this type of regulation is going to be baked into the models, we might never find out unless somebody leaks it. Before we continue, we just launched the Universe of AI newsletter. If you want to stay on top of AI news without having to hunt for it, link is in the description. Don't miss out. Now, while I was recording this video, I just saw this important tweet I think all of you guys watching should be aware of. So somebody just released that Anthropic has an embedded hidden spyware-like code in the Claude Code that covertly targets Chinese users. It then sends information regarding every user by injecting it into their prompt message, and Claude Code is sending information like time zone, proxy, and possible AI lab connections into the system prompt in ways Chinese users can't notice. Now, that is something that obviously is important for a lot of users. Yes, of course, they're targeting Chinese users because Chinese labs were training their models by distilling from obviously Anthropic's models, And that's the reason why somebody from the team actually confirmed what they were doing was that this was actually launched in March, which a lot of people obviously didn't notice until somebody like this did. And it was meant to prevent account abuse from unauthorized resellers and protect against distillation. And they're saying this person, which I think is kind of funny, but at the same time a little bit ironic, is that they're saying that they're going to remove this and they're going to release it tomorrow. It will be rolled back in tomorrow's release, which is quite funny because this feature, this person just admitted, was launched in March, and they're saying that they're going to pull it back tomorrow when they're re-releasing Fable 5 after they just had an agreement with the US government basically saying that we need to be stronger on our regulation. It kind of seems ironic because that's not something you would expect. Maybe they're saying this because this code feature was caught. If this code feature was not caught, would they actually pull this back from tomorrow's release? Who knows? I'm just speculating over here. But yes, we are going to expect a new model tomorrow. We don't know how Fable 5 is going to look after the re-release. There could be some cases that nothing really happens, but there's a high chance that something has changed in the back end. There's probably going to be more features like this or more code like this that's monitoring and tracking your information. So just be aware. As well today, if you haven't noticed yet, there's a new model from the Anthropic team, Claude Sonnet 5, which they're saying is the most agentic Sonnet model yet. Before I get into what's actually new with this model and the benchmarks, if you don't want to waste your time, the short summary is that this model is better than the current Sonnet, but that's pretty much it. It's not a groundbreaking model. It's not something that is really going to like change your workflow. The model is better than the current Sonnet model. Obviously, you're still getting like a mid-tier performance. You're not getting Opus 4.8 type of performance, even though they claim that it's close to Opus 4.8 and a little bit cheaper. But basically, if you wanted to summarize when you would use Claude Sonnet 5, you would probably use them for your basic tasks. This is not a model you would throw something hard at. This is not a model you would probably do a lot of like long format coding with. This is probably a model that you would mainly use for a little bit higher level conversational coding or thinking or planning for professional work. It's not a powerhouse type of model, right? You can see that even in their description, they say that it makes plans, uses tools like browsers and terminals, and runs autonomously at a level that just a few months ago required larger and more expensive models. So that's their whole pitch with this model. This is a model that is basically on par with the larger models and at a cheaper cost. Now, if we look at the benchmarks, this model has improved from Sonnet 4.6 by a decent amount. Like for example, agentic coding, we went from 58 to 63, and Opus 4.8 sits at 69%. And then on the terminal bench 2.1, we went to 80.4%, which is a big jump compared to the 67 and only about 2.7%. And then Humanity's Last Exam with tools, we are at 57.4 versus 46.8 with the old version and 57.9, which is almost on par. Now, computer use, this is where the model has improved. That's what they're saying, but it's only a minor jump from 78 to 81.2%. And you can see for knowledge work, we can see a big jump from 1395 to 1680. And this is actually better than Opus 4.8. So yeah, as I said, this is a model mainly geared towards knowledge workers, I would say. Not really a model that a lot of developers will probably use in their production. Opus 4.8 is probably the best model from them. Obviously, that's quite clear. And Fable 5 is coming back, but obviously Fable 5 is going to be much more expensive. So Sonnet 5 is a model release that is just them, I feel like, just upgrading their model lineup. They have a better, stronger model compared to Sonnet 4.6. So why not release Sonnet 5? And we also have access to Fable 5 tomorrow. So that's their main model. I feel like that they're focused on Fable 5, not Sonnet 5. But that's pretty much the summary of the release. But that's it for today's video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Follow our new newsletter as well at universeofai.beehive.com. As well, subscribe to the main channel World of AI and support us on X by following the Universe of AIZ as well. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.